Are you ready for the King of the Ice? Pete's Power Plays with Philly Pete starts now on 12 Ounce Sports.
And good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Tuesday, April 5th, 2022 episode of Pete's Power Plays. I'm your host, Philly Pete. We're live on 12 Ounce Sports and Zingo TV channel 761. Sorry about that for the technical difficulties, for the 5-minute delay. But we're back and we are live. And listen, without further ado, this show, Pete's Power Plays, is sponsored by BetUS. Create an account with them today and use the promo code 12ounce 120Z and they'll match your first deposit up to 125%. Zingo TV channel 761. You know the deal. You know the exact deal with them as well. Sign up today and tune in to channel 761. Amazon.com. All right, 12 Ounce Sports has a website out there. No surprise there. Go to www.12ouncesportsradio.com/Amazon. You know the deal. And then also make sure to check out the 12 Ounce Sports store, where there's a large variety of Pete's Power Plays apparel. Get yours today. I have everything that you could even think of, colors, sizes, and let's go from there. So, birthday weekend was a few days ago, and as you can see above me, I have a giant video game controller balloon that my wife was awesome enough to get me. It was phenomenal. It's awesome. It's going to hang there probably for the next week, probably for the entire month of April because it's just awesome. I love it. So we're back. We're doing good. Life's great. Solid night on the ice. You know, last two nights we lost a little bit over a unit and a half. No big deal. But previous to that, if you haven't been following what's been going on, I mean, we've been crushing the NHL as of late. Let's start off. The month of November has been kickstarting on fire right now. We go 7-0 on April 1st with a plus 8.15 units overall. So right off the bat, April 1st, phenomenal. Good way to start the month. And it gets better. April 2nd, we go 9-2 with a plus 8.1 units overall. 20.3 units overall in the last three, in those last three cards that we have. We go to April 3rd, my birthday edition. We go 4-5-1, a little bit back to reality as we lose a little bit over a unit and a half, minus 1.65 units overall. And then last night, you know, again, not too bad. We go 3-3, but a minus 1.2 unit overall on the evening. So all in all, we are 707 wins, 707. We hit that over 700 win mark. Solid to say the least from what has happened from way back when the season started. But 707 wins, 617 losses, and 30 pushes. That gives me a grand total right now of plus 73.5 units overall in the NHL this season. Truly remarkable. Over 110 units from November. I mean, it's been phenomenal. It's been phenomenal. Phenomenal turnaround, like I said, and let's keep the train going. Big card tonight. 10 games in the NHL. So, but you know what? I'm not going to do a commercial because I just have too much NHL to talk about. So I will be retweeting the show. So if you want to get into the mix, go ahead. It's just too much NHL to talk about with too little time after missing the first 5 minutes of the show. So let's get into it. Carolina Hurricanes at the Buffalo Sabres. Over-under here is at 6. Carolina minus 275 on the money line. Buffalo plus 225 on the money line. 75% of the public money on the Hurricanes here tonight. And Buffalo, huge dog at home, where they are 13, 17, and 3 at home this year. 22 and 14 at home, covering the puck line in their last 36. I mean, pretty solid. And 7-3 in their last 10 with the overs. Carolina comes in 20, 10, and 4 on the road, 17 and 17 on the road covering the puck line, and 5-5 in the last 10 with the over. So, the over is trending here. Obviously with Buffalo, they've been scoring. Do we get more of that tonight? Does Carolina open a can of whoop ass? I would think so. Give me the over 6 in this game. Buffalo, Carolina. I also like the first period over 1.5 goals as well. I think we will get there tonight. And listen, as much as Buffalo has been covering the puck line at home lately, you're getting to this is the last month of the NHL season. Teams fighting for seedings. Buffalo's out of the playoffs. It's just these are where teams that are heavily favored should dominate, and I think Carolina takes care of business tonight in Buffalo. So give me the Hurricanes puck line minus 1.5 goals, and the over 6 and first period over there tonight as I go into Buffalo to play those pesky Buffalo Sabres. Okay. I'll be honest. Tonight's slate has a bunch of overs once again. I mean, I'm no longer betting unders. Learned it the hard way. That parlay, that 2-team under parlay looked pretty good. I figured to give it one more shot. That Flames under hit, but unfortunately the Leafs and Bolts game went over the total of 6.5. So, unders are just not my game, and that's why I rarely play them. So that's just, that's the name of the game. That's the name of the game. Okay. Ottawa Senators at the Montreal Canadiens. Over under here is at 6. Ottawa, this is a pick'em game, minus 115 on the money line. Montreal minus 105. 60% of the public money on the Habs this evening, where they're 10, 19, and 3 at home this year, 17 and 16 at home covering the puck line, and 5, 4, and 1 in their last 10 with the overs, trending over. Ottawa, 12, 18, and 3 on the road this year, 18 and 15 in the last 33 on the road covering the puck line, and 5, 4, and 1 as well in the last 10 with the overs. Two teams out of the playoffs. I'm on this trend here that two scrappy yet crappy teams that are not going to make the playoffs tend to score. Tend to have high scoring games. I want to say out of the playoffs, nothing really to fight for. Respect. Why not score 5 apiece tonight? Why not? Why not have like a 6-5 game that everyone wants to see? Simple as that. But I'm on the Senators money line here, minus 115. I just can't trust the Montreal Canadiens, especially at home. Yeah, they're not that great whatsoever in general, but I just think Ottawa has a decent number for a team that's a little bit better than Montreal, speaking. Not saying much, but Ottawa is a little bit better than Montreal. So give me the Senators here, money line. And I like the over 6 here tonight as well. Again, two teams out of the playoffs. What is there to fight for? All right. Couple fights maybe in the game tonight. Maybe 5-5. Going to overtime. I don't know. Something crazy like that I'm thinking. But I like the over 6, and I like the Senators to take care of business tonight in Montreal. All right, here we go. Game of the night right now. Toronto Maple Leafs at the Florida Panthers. Over-under here is at 7. Florida minus 160 on the money line. Toronto plus 135 on the money line. 70% of the public money going towards the Panthers. 28 and 6 at home this year for those Panthers. 20 and 14 in the last 34 games at home, covering the puck line, and 6-3 and 1 in the last 10 with the overs. Toronto, great game last night against Tampa. Great win, posting up 6 goals. I mean, that's the offense that you're used to seeing. And they were a dog. They were plus 115, plus 120 last night in Tampa, to say the least. And Tampa's been pretty inconsistent as of late. Not the Stanley Cup team you're used to seeing. So dominant. They've just been inconsistent the past month now, I would like to say. And I know they're probably getting ready for the playoffs, taking it easy. But, I mean, there should be no need for that. So, but Toronto opens up plus 135 and getting 30% of the public money. 20, 12, and 2 for the Leafs on the road this year. 16 and 19 covering the puck line in the last 35 games. 5, 4, and 1 in the last 10 with the overs. I know Toronto's on a back-to-back. This is trending over. Toronto is starting to click on offense. Florida, they like to play from behind a lot. They could be down 1-0 and score 4 goals with nothing in sight. Basically a blink of an eye, you see Panthers scoring 3 or 4 goals very quickly. That's how dangerous this team can be. So right off the bat, give me the over 7 here. I saw plus 100 last night. It's at minus 110. For this over, I select the over 7. Give me the first period over 1.5. And I like the over 2 goals as well. I think we're going to see 3 goals in this first period tonight. 2-1 Florida, 2-1 Toronto. Either way, give us the first period over 1.5 and over 2. Give us the over 7 here tonight as well. Something to consider. I do like Florida to win this game. I do, because they had a break. Toronto's on back-to-backs. kick ass when it came to scoring last night. But Toronto, I mean, like I said, they're clicking. Team total, something to look at if you're digging Toronto tonight. Team total over 3.5 is set at plus 140 for a team that's been scoring pretty good as of late. Just something to consider. Something to consider when you're eyeing this game up tonight. Plus 140 team total for the Leafs at 3.5 is plus 140. Something to consider. Like I said, if you're doing that, 5-4. Maybe 5-4 Florida tonight. I mean, I'm liking it. I do. This should be pretty much a solid Eastern Conference game. In the playoffs, as long as they can get there. Both these teams have been here and there, but this has the right of an over. Great game. Give it to me. First period over 1.5. First period over 2. Give me the over 7. And like I said, I'm on the Panthers here tonight, but that team total for the Leafs at plus 140 is something to look at too. Great value for a team that's been scoring a lot as of late. So there you go. God, what a great game this is going to be here tonight. Toronto and Florida. There you have it. Okay. Rangers at the Devils. Okay, Jack Hughes not on the morning skate. Something to look at. Not sure if he's considered out right now. Didn't see any updates, but I knew he was not on the morning skate. Something to look forward to. Something to think about when if you were on the Devils here tonight. Over-under here is at 6 here. Rangers minus 155 on the money line and 75% of the public money following those Rangers there tonight. Devils at home, 16, 15, and 1, 17 and 18 at home, covering the puck line, and 8 and 2 in their last 10 with the overs. I know if Hughes doesn't suit up tonight, that's a big deal with the over. Everyone loves taking the Devils overs, okay? But not having Hughes, not having a goal scorer, a point score as is for the Devils not in lineup tonight is going to be a big deal for Jersey and getting that over. Rangers here tonight, 22, 13, and 2 on the road, 20 and 17 on the road, covering the puck line, 5 and 5 in the last 10 as well with the overs. Don't get me wrong. I mean, we've been all over the Devils overs as of late. They've been cashing us out as of late. So I know Jack Hughes, if he's not in, is a big deal for us. But I want to continue to stride. I want to let it ride. I want to let the overs ride here tonight. Give me the first period over 1.5 and the full game over 6. For the Devils and Rangers. I just saw on DraftKings it went up to 6.5. I'm not sure why. But the 6 is still intact. I like that. I like the first period over. Rangers here on the money line, minus 155. In regulation, they're, I believe, at plus 115. So something to look out for. If you want that value, take the Rangers in reg. They should take care of business here tonight against New Jersey. Out of the playoffs, again, the Rangers are a team that's been red hot, looking for seedings. But again, these are what teams should beat these scrub teams up. Teams that are not making the playoffs. All right, these caliber teams that are in the playoffs should win these sort of games. Rangers money line and regulation. I like both. I do. Over 6 and the first period over 1.5, and that's where we stand. New Jersey Devils and the New York Rangers. Okay, we come to the latter half of the evening, but we have a bunch of 7 and 7:30 games tonight, so it's crazy to think. Mainly every game is at 7 o'clock tonight. All right, here we go. We're going to go down the Broad Street in Philly. The Columbus Blue Jackets at the Philadelphia Flyers. Over-under here is now at 6.5 at plus 100. Last night it was at 6 at minus 120. You can still get that now, but about minus 135 on DraftKings if you like that alternate. I like the alternate over. I'm already on the over 6 right now. But let's talk stats. Philly minus 135 on the money line. A favor at home. Crazy to think, but I think this is a game where Philly should get it done. Columbus plus 115 on the money line. Public money is split here, but in favor of Philly. 60% of the public money on Philadelphia here tonight. 13, 16, and 3 for the Flyers at home. 17 and 18 covering the puck line at home. And 7 and 3 in their last 10 with the overs. Columbus comes in 14, 18, and 2 on the road. 18 and 16 covering the puck line on the road, and 6 and 4 in their last 10 with the over. So Trent is on the over. I'm on the over. Give me the over 6. Give me the first period over 1.5 as well. And the Flyers here on the money line. Same game parlay. Something crazy to think about if you want to do it. DraftKings, FanDuel, if you want to. Good payout here. It is a same game parlay. Flyers money line over 5.5 and first period over 1.5 goals. Pays that at plus 265. So if that's what you want to do, go ahead. I like it. But this is really probably one of my favorite overs as we head into tonight. So there you go. Flyers money line over 6, and the first period over 1.5 goals. Simple as that. All right, Colorado Avalanche at the Pittsburgh Penguins. We have a rematch from Saturday where the Avs won 3-2 against the Penguins there. Now we go to Pittsburgh. And once again, over-under here is at 6. It's a pick'em line. Pick'em line minus 110 across the board for each team. However, 55% of the public money on the Penguins here tonight. 19, 10, and 2 at home this year for the Pens. 14 and 20 covering the puck line in the last 34. 4 and 6 in the last 10 with the overs. Colorado comes in 21, 10, and 3 on the road. Solid number. 16 and 18 on the road covering the puck line. And 2 and 8 in their last 10 with the overs. Usually what I say about back-to-backs is that I usually take the opposite. So I had the Avs and the over. I know the over didn't count. Obviously a loss. So the under hit. Tonight, do we get that? We'll see. But these two teams have been trending under. They really have been. I still can't find myself to take Colorado overs anytime soon. It's been kind of inconsistent for them as of late. Obviously the number 2 and 8 in their last 10 is kind of, that's just how it's been. And I know, like I said, tonight if I'm doing gut, I'm going to go Pittsburgh and over. That's how I'm feeling. But I do like the Penguins here tonight. This should be a tough game. I think the Pens win it this time, but I still think this goes under. We didn't have a goal at all in the first period last time, and this was in Colorado. Don't get me wrong, this could easily go over 100%. But I just the way that these trends have been for both teams, I'm on the under 6 in this game here, and I like the Penguins here on the money line at minus 110. All right, 4 games left, and still another 7:30 puck drop. So, Boston Bruins at the Detroit Red Wings. Over under here is at 6. Some books here are looking at 6.5. It looks like it's split. It looks like it's split on books here, 6 and 6.5. So, but if you alternate plays are always in play for me. I always take the over 6, whether it's at minus 130 minus 140. I'll pay the juice. But anything over that, anything over minus 145, I lay off when it comes to alternate goals. Detroit plus 170 on the money line. Boston minus 205. Big time favorite tonight in Detroit. 80% of the public money on Boston here tonight. Again, going on a back-to-back, going to Detroit. 17, 13, and 5 for the Wings at home this year. 18 and 18 at home covering the puck line. And 7, 2, and 1 in their last 10 with the overs. Boston comes in 22, 9, and 1 on the road this year. 17 and 17 on the road covering the puck line in the last 34. And 4, 4, and 2 in the last 10 with the overs. Now, if this was in Boston, I'd probably lean under. We're in Detroit. Detroit's due for, I think Detroit can get a couple goals here tonight. I like the over 6 here in this game. Tuesday nights are always good for an upset or two, and this could very well be it. I like the Wings here, puck line plus 1.5, but I also like the money line tonight, Detroit plus 170 here. Boston had a great game last night, went to overtime, beat Columbus, but now they got to travel to Detroit. Detroit has a nice rest. I like the angle here. Give me the Detroit Red Wings money line plus 170 and the puck line as well to basically even that out. I like the over 6. I think Detroit's good enough for about 3 goals themselves. Boston could score. Give me a 3-3 going to overtime. We'll cash that out. But that's where I'm at. And like I said, once again, those that are just tuning in, if you're feeling a good upset tonight, again, just something about Detroit. I just have a feeling that the Wings win this one tonight, plus 170 here on the money line. It will make my card. It may not make my card, but this is why I do this show. Like always, give you guys my bets and my leans for every game, break down every game, and simple as that. Okay, Minnesota Wild at the Nashville Predators. Over under here is at 6. Pick'em game, minus 110 across the board here, and 55% of the public money on the Predators. So a little bit of a lean. This is a toss-up game, to be honest with you. Nashville, 21 and 11 at home this year, 16 and 16 covering the puck line, 8 and 2 in the last 10 with the overs. Over galore at home as of late for the Nashville. Minnesota comes in 19 and 13 on the road, 15 and 20 covering the puck line on the road, and 8 and 1 in their last 10 with the overs. Just Minnesota, what we're used to seeing with that offense, just been under galore as of late. If this was in Minnesota, I would consider taking the under. But this is in Nashville. Nashville's been over a lot at home this year, and it's going to continue tonight, I believe, too. So give me the over 6 in this game here. I like the first period over 1.5 in this game here as well. And you know what? I want to go with the Wild. I want to take a shot here. It's a pick 'em. Like I said, you're not getting much value, but I like the Wild here tonight at that small -110 spot, which should be a really good game here tonight. And what could be a very possible playoff picture match, Western Conference Fight Fest, Minnesota and Nashville. There you go. Short and sweet. All right, the New York Islanders at the Dallas Stars. Over-under here's at 5.5. This is a tough game. Dallas comes in -135 on the money line, getting 70% of the money. Islanders +115, getting 30%. Dallas at home, superior. They are 21-9-1 at home this year, 15-16 covering the puck line, and 5-5 in their last 10 with the overs. Islanders come in 14-14-2, 13-20 covering the puck line. Not amazing. 6-4 in their last 10 with the overs. Caps better watch themselves. The Washington Capitals better watch themselves because these Islanders are on a groove right now. Okay, they are. They are on a groove right now, and they're playing extremely well. But you know, Dallas as well. Dallas, you know, they're in a playoff spot for the most part. But these are games that this is going to be a tight game. Islanders looking to get into the playoffs, while Dallas, you know, should it's pretty much secured in one. But you know, you're at home. This is where you got to beat these games. But this is going to be a tough game here tonight. I just like the way that the Islanders have been playing. I really do. And for that reason, I want to take the Isles money line, +115. Good spot for this. And like I said, this is going to be a fun game to watch. This is going to be a fun one tonight, 8:30 p.m. Under 5.5, too. This is in Dallas. I see a defense. I really do see a lot of defensive back and forth, gutsy game here tonight, keeping both teams in check. As much as the trend has been over, especially for the Isles as of late, I think that this is a game that I really do see the Islanders coming out with a victory. Just the way they've been playing, they have confidence. They're playing really well as of late. You know, they're good. They're catching up to the Caps. I mean, Caps should be prepared for this. But no one's stopping the Islanders right now. The train is still going. I'm going to hop aboard on it as well. Islanders on the money line, +115, and the under 5.5 there tonight in Dallas. All right, and last but not least, we go to the tank. That is the Shark Tank in San Jose, as the San Jose Sharks host the Edmonton Oilers. Over under here is at 6.5. Edmonton -185 on the money line. San Jose +165 on the money line. San Jose at home, 16-15-3, 16-19 covering the puck line, 5-4-1 in the last 10. Edmonton comes in 17-13-5 on the road, 18-17 covering the puck line, 9-1 in their last 10 with the overs. As inconsistent I was saying about them last month, they have been absolutely kicking ass the past couple weeks now in terms of overs. They've been scoring. Offense looks great. 6.5 is a good number. Like I said, I'm on. However, I like the same game parlay tonight. Edmonton Oilers money line and the over 5.5. You can get at +125. Good value there. Most likely a Twitter play tonight, so I will be on that play. But I do like the first period over 1.5 and over 2. I like the full game over 6.5 if you're not in the same game parlays. I like the Oilers here, puck line -1.5 and -1 too. I mean, it just depends what you like more of, but I'm all over the Oils tonight and the overs, both first period and full game. And there you go. And there you go. This is going to be a fun card. It's going to be action-packed, a lot of early games. Real quick, real fast, rapid fire, 3 minutes. Recap real fast. All over the Hurricanes tonight and the over. I like the Ottawa Senators and the over here tonight. Toronto, Florida, over 7. First period over 1.5 and 2. Again, if you're a Toronto backer, they've been scoring. Over 3.5 team total at +140 is something to look at too. However, I'm still on the Panthers to win this game here tonight. Jersey, we're going to take the Rangers here, money line, and the over 6 as well. Going to keep riding that out. Flyers, Jackets, I'm going to go first period over here as well, and the over, and I like the Flyers here on the money line tonight. Colorado and Pittsburgh, under 6, and Penguins on the money line. Dog play of the night for me, the Detroit Red Wings, +170. I like the puck line, +1.5, and I like the over 6 here as well. I continue to see goals being scored, but Detroit is going to be my favorite dog play for this evening because you know we're going to at least get one tonight. I'm on the Wild here and the over as they play Nashville in Music City. I know the Wild has been 1-8-1 in the last 10 with the overs, but I think this is a game where we get that over, first period over as well, and I think we get that Wild victory tonight. And then the final 2 games, Islanders at Dallas, under 5.5. Again, this is going to be a game where Islanders are fighting for, basically catching up to the Capitals. Caps have been blowing it, and quite honestly, I mean, this is a game where Isles have been riding. They've been kicking butt as of late. They're playing extremely well. Have that momentum boost, and I like the money line here. I like the Islanders money line at plus 115. Decent value there, and the under 5.5 as they play the Stars. And then the nightcap. I'm basically all over the Oilers. Puck line -1. I know the money line's a little juicy, so that's why I want to do the same game parlay. Edmonton money line over 5.5 goals at plus 125. Pretty decent there for the most part. And the first period over 1.5 and 2, whatever you get there. So Edmonton has just been a firestorm right now in terms of 9-1 in their last 10 with the overs. I mean, this team has been scoring, and it's getting pretty dangerous. So there you have it. And just like that, I'm out of time. I hope you all have a great Tuesday evening of pucks. Let's cash some more, and I'll be back tomorrow. Same time, same place. Have a good night.